I'm so proud of you, Jinx. You did it. You made it here on time. Unfortunately, I'm ending the stream because of it. Screw you. No. I just proceed to choose evil. Nah, I don't know. I'm just making a bit. Well, hello. Hi. Hi, man. It feels like it's been forever since I actually like streamed. Even though I streamed what, like last week? Yeah, I actually did stream last week. Look at that. Look at that. I'm actually being productive for once. I have no prior responsibilities for once in my... I actually have one prior responsibility in my life. 1 minute. Who texted me? Oh. It was my wife. It's so sad. Oh, you're on the public bus. I'm sorry to hear, brother. I'm sorry to hear. Give me 1 second while I proceed to... submit my my timesheet for work. God, I don't know. I really should mention. I'm working at a remote company right now. I'm basically just a tutor, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But I do have to actually submit my timesheet. It might just take me half a second, but besides that, yeah. I decided I want to program more in my free time, so I decided to submit. There we go. Okay, so I decided to actually program more in my free time because that's something I want to do. I like programming, kind of my favorite thing. So I'm just going to be doing the advent of code until I actually figured out a nice little fun personal project to do. Besides that, let me actually put on some decent music. YouTube, let me put on the Valhalla OST, because let me tell you, can never go wrong with that. VA, was it VA11? VA11 Hall A OST. I'll just put playlist. That works. That works. Anyone say it? Oh my god, it's Wet Slim Jim. It's been like 5, possibly, maybe 6. That's about it. That's all I got. That's all I got. How you doing, Go Good? How you doing, big guy? It's rare that I'm streaming as it is, so look at that. Look at that. Old ABR viewer finally joins. I said old. Oh my god, I've been streaming for so long. Anyway. Oh my god, what have I done? He's invincing it. Oh my god, oh my god. Anyway, gang. Gang. You're not gonna believe what I'm doing right now. Yeah, you're not gonna believe what I'm doing right now. I'm actually doing the unthinkable, the unbelievable. I'm continuing to participate in the advent of code. April Fools brings many gabagools. So true, so true. You know what's also on April Fools? I have to fucking apply for my graduation. What the fuck? That's fun. It's for right now. My eyes! My eyes! Yeah, let me actually turn down the light. You actually do bring a good point. There we go. Sorry, my webcam's a bit fucked up. I'm trying to figure out a good way to like set up, have a good proper setup for my webcam, but unfortunately, my microphone's peaking. But unfortunately, Linux is pretty weird with that. Thank you, thank you. By looks of it, I am on track for graduation, unless I fail my one of my classes. Can you come to my graduation? Oh, of course you can, but first thing you gotta do is actually pry that information out of me. Sorry, bud. Sorry, pal. Anyway, we're on day 2. I swear to God. I swear to God. Alright, okay, that was my girlfriend who's all... She found my, what is it called? Not my channel. I already gave her my channel. But she found one, she decided to stalk me while I was streaming one day. And then she... and then she started watching my stream. That was very funny. So yeah. Sorry, gang. You are not allowed to come to my graduation. I think I actually will have the right to kill you if I do. Is America. You still... Yeah, I mean, I do occasionally. I've been playing more Binding of Isaac because I think I just need something simpler, I guess. I mean, mechanics aren't really that intensive. Gaming for me has kind of just been taking a backseat because I've been so unbelievably busy with just life. And I'm applying for jobs, and job market's pretty tough. So you probably will be seeing me stream more often. As much as I don't want to, I might actually do full-time content creation because like life sucks. It'd be funny to show up your graduation and honestly throw wet Slim Jims at your face, let you know that you don't. That'd be funny. Dude, job market's so fucking bad right now. I mean, I'm a computer science major, so I'm already playing on Dante Must Die difficulty, unfortunately for me. But it's just bad everywhere. There's too many of us, but I actually know what I'm doing. I have no time to stream. Like, this is actually one of the few fucking times I have to stream. I want to stream more, but like, I have no time to do it. Are you not balding? Oh, I was blessed with great genetics, and also, I'm pretty good at this shit. Nail pattern baldness. Yeah, like, you actually see my hairline. I don't even have to, like, raise it up. I'm not, like, XQC over here. Probably will take off my headphones, though, because I'm getting this slight headache. You like, a little bit. I mostly just comb it to the side, because it just does whatever. It's just naturally curly. Curly, wavy. I'll do what does XQC do? He literally uses his headphones as a comb and just that. Ugh. See the headset dent. All right, you want to see the dent? You want to see the dent? By all means, here it is. I don't think it's too bad today because I rarely wear my headphones as it is. I don't know what I look like. What do you play? Hide and seek? Yes I do. I'm not like an IT major. I don't like fucking eat crayons for breakfast. And I will like, if you're not in college yet and you're still trying to figure out what you want to do, and if you're thinking about pursuing IT, don't fucking do that. You are scamming yourself. Tens of thousands of dollars when all you really need to do is spend he looks like generic evil bitch man. What does that even mean? Oh yeah, right. 1 second. Oh, there we go. Okay. What does it even look like? Oh, generic evil rich man. Ah, yeah. Well, he's able to afford housing. No. Able to afford housing. My brother. Have you not heard of financial aid? Anyway, fuck too. Fucking hell. literally deleted all of your messages. No. It's not that that message itself was funny. It's that you deleted all of your messages because you made one minor mistake. Proceed to write Huck Tool with a bunch of shitty emotes. It was just the combination of all that. That was funny. One more. Plus. No. Why did you delete all your messages again? Who's deleting your messages? Who is deleting your messages? Oh, you're actually doing that yourself. Okay. Usually it tells me if there's like a moderator deleting messages. Why? What? Why? You know, I'm not even gonna humor this. Anyway, I have no evidence. Brother, where are you watching this now? You're on YouTube. If anything, there's only evidence. Anyway, fortunately, the first location the historians want to search isn't a long walk from the Chief Historian office. While the Red-Nosed Reindeer nuclear fusion/fission plant appears to contain no signs of the Chief Historian, the engineers there run up to you as soon as they see you, and apparently they still talk about the time Rudolph was saved through molecular synthesis from a single electron. What the fuck does that mean? My dyslexia is not noticeable. Shut up. I'm just realizing for whatever reason, what's it called? Like Invincible's like brother, I watch you delete all of your messages right now. Come on. They're quick to add that since you are already here, they really appreciate your help in analyzing some unusual data from the Red-Nosed reactor. You turn to check the historians are waiting for you, but they have seemed to already divide it into groups that are currently searching for every corner of the facility. You offer to help with the unusual data. I'm just gonna ignore chat. The unusual data your puzzle input consists of many reports. One report per line. Each report is a list of numbers called levels that are separated by spaces. For example, oh wow, look at that. The last messages that were left were by Wet Slim Jim. How are you not balding? Oh, I'm not engineer. Because listen, computer science is pretty bad. Could be an engineer. Let me fucking tell you. Holy shit. Those memes about engineers like going bald or this like or becoming like a what's it called, a shell of their former self, that's real. It's an actual thing. I remember like I was in like a club meeting and someone else mentioned that this person was a bioengineer, and I walked up to the guy and be like, hey man, you're a bioengineer? He's like, oh no, I don't do that. I'm biomed, which is pretty bad. I'm not gonna say like it's an easy thing to do. Biomed, insane, but very, very impressive. So I simply just told him like, man, that's impressive because like that's impressive because if you're in engineering, you go fucking bald. I know you have hair under your hair, dude. You have no hair after this. Anyway. For example, 7, I'm not even going to read that. What the Sigma? This is an example containing 6 reports each containing 5 levels. The engineers are trying to figure out which reports are safe. The Red Nose reactor's safety systems can only tolerate levels that are either gradually increasing or gradually decreasing. So a report only counts as safe if both of the following are true. The levels are either all increasing or all decreasing. Any 2 adjacent levels differ by at least 1 or at most 3. Hey Vince, are you? Jesus Christ, guys. In the example above, the reports can be found safe or unsafe by checking those rules. So, as we see here, safe is because the first one is safe because all levels are decreasing by 1 or 2. Another is the next one's unsafe because 2 and 7, that's an increase of 5. We can't have that because it only decreased at least once or at most 3. So there can't be a repeating pattern. So for instance, we get something like unsafe because 4 is neither increasing nor decreasing. Alright, so what I will do is I'm just going to copy this real quick and head over to my coding platform of choice. Wow, look at that. What was it? No, I'm forgetting there's a command. Oh, shift N. Huh. Thought there was a way to do full screen. I guess not. Anyway. So my trigger's not. So do Vim and let me figure out what's called again. You're already I'm just gonna do safe checker. I think it's best for me. You have no idea what he's saying? Real. Vim he's safe dot hi. I'm gonna do this in Python. I'm doing it's great. So happy for you. And oh wait, right. Let me just write this to file, and then I'm going to do, and then I'm actually going to vim test that. So we're gonna go back to that. That's why I ignored it with open. Actually, you can technically just do f equals open, and then it's gonna be test, and I will actually like test, and I'm just gonna do read. Oh, actually, no, I do want with open. Delete that as f, and then with open, and then for line in F, you gotta go. All right, have a good one. Wow, look at that! Math! I love math! Yes! Yes! Sorry about that. Anyway. So I can just set like an example, I guess, what is it called? What did they call it in the thing? I'm forgetting what it was. Oh, data. I can just do that. Oh, reports. That's actually better name. Report. And that's going to equal an empty array. And then for line in line, for line in F, I'm just to do something incredible, guys. I know, don't steal this. Please do not steal from mine in F. What is it called? Reports dot append line dot split. I actually want I actually not typecast. I think this should work. So, and for the sake of it, for X in report, reports print X. Just want to make sure it works. Python is safe, and yes, look at that, look at that, unbelievable, unfucking believable. I could probably add in an additional loop that actually converts. Have you watched no. I think I've heard of that though. It does sound actually very familiar, I'm not sure. So now that I know it works, I actually will just leave the print statement. I'm just gonna leave the print statement just so I can remember what it looks like. That's really good. I'll take your word for it. I might look it up after this stream. I'm just gonna try and focus on finishing what I have today. All right, so let's see. So we have the reports. There's two ways of doing this. We can either do it. I think what would be better if we had two functions, because it has to check if it's either going, if it's increasing or if it's decreasing. So I guess we can just do def is increasing, and then we'll have it take, in report. I'll just do report, and I'm just going to leave a pass statement so I can go back to later, and then just going to was it y1 1, I think it's p, yep, w decreasing. Did I spell that right? Decreasing, there we go. Is decreasing, and I'm just going to have a very basic if Dunder. Actually, I wonder if I can. Is there like a? There's that. If Dunder main. Oh. Dunder name. Is equal to. I think it was like a Dunder main. I think it's what it is. I'm just gonna pass. I just want to make sure if it even works. Okay, so there's no compilation error, so it sounds like it's correct. One, remove that. P. And then. Oh. Okay. Reports. That. Okay, yeah, it's working. We're good. Good. Perfect. So now we have our main functions set up. And by the way, this is how main functions work in Python. I know it's a bit weird with how it looks, and I know I'm getting a little error. I'm actually going to remove that. I used to use like a auto-completion AI, but now I don't like it. I don't like using it. I mean, listen, like it is useful, but like I feel like it's more in the way, if anything. All right, so now what I need to do is a very basic for loop. So for x in, I'm just gonna actually just copy it. Okay, and then p for x in reports, and I'm just going to one more thing. Count is equal to 0. Excuse me. If is decreasing x, or is increasing x, count plus equals 1. And then we'll have a simple print statement. Print count. Actually, what it can do is just total safe, and then total safe, and then it should give me the count. So for right now, let's just do increasing, and we're just gonna have it return a Boolean statement. I guess for the sake of simplicity, I think just do what is it called? That, and then bool. Does that work? I think that works. This is just for returning. It also just shows how what it's supposed to do. I think that's correct. So far, it doesn't return anything. So, oh, this is something called Advent of Code. I'll show you guys again. So, Advent of Code is a series of like coding challenges for you to do. It's not like the end-all be-all of like programming challenges, but it tests your knowledge and see how well you can do programming. How well you can program something. And I think it's just a fun little thing. I tried it like last week, and just having fun with it. So I'm just gonna keep doing it. So then, if it's increasing, so then what we do is have another loop where it actually goes increments through the array. So for I in range len report, for I in range report, if report of I is less than, actually no. If report of I minus report of I plus 1, I1 plus 1, of I plus 1, that is less than 3. Also, I will do an absolute value, because this should be a negative number. So, ABS, this just means absolute value. So if ABS reports is less than 3, and has to be 2 things. So I think I will just do the yank. That's the first check. P. What? Why did it do that? why did it do that? P and report of I is less than I, and one last final and oh wait, actually that actually just does a check for us immediately, so that's good. So then we can do continue, and then continue, and then else return false. Should work. And then unless it actually passes everything, it will just return true. I think you do it the other way around, where if I check, actually, you can probably do that. I can actually check if... No, I actually need to do it this way because it needs to be iterate through the reports. Also, by the way, very important. Typecasting. I love typecasting. So it's int int before I continue. Perfect. All right. So this is just the basic thing. I think it should. It looks like it'll work. I'll be able to test it once I have the ease decreasing. So simply, since it's very similar, I can just yank that and just paste it here. Paste it here. It should work. And I'm just gonna delete that. And I realize is why is that throwing an error? So, oh, it's indentation wrong. What's this? What's this? That's weird. That's very weird. Oh. That was my mistake. So, obviously it has to be less than 3. And this should work. And if I hit WQ and Python is safe. Right. Index out of range. So that means, oh, actually, this is pretty, I'll just add an additional if statement. Yeah, no, actually, I think if I is equal to left. Oh wait. Right, that was it. Full safe. Ah, not good, because we're supposed to be. See here, 2 reports are safe. So this means that I made a mistake somewhere. Let's see. Do print is unsafe. Port. I just want to see. Actually, no. I think it'd be easier because since this print is safe, and then port. Here we go. Print safe. Port. And then that. Go perfect. Alright, so we know this is safe. Why is this one saying it's not safe? Oh. Less than or equal to 3. That was the error on my part. There we go. I think we can just delete those for the time being. I think I need to add in like a new like basic plugin so I can just like quickly and easily comment stuff out. So looks like our test cases are correct. So now I think we should do actual input. I will just and then I'm just gonna do input. I need to get my input, so just give me a second. I love my transition. I love the transition so much. That real quick. Alright. So now you can probably just quickly find our output, and this is our safe. Why did it print all those out? Oh, right. There we go. That's better. There. Alright, so that is our number. Enter. This is 1, submit. And we got 1 gold star! Yay! We did it! That's right, correct answer. 1 gold star. Let's do the part 2. The engineers are surprised by the low number of safe reports until they realize they forgot to tell you about the problem dampener. The what? The problem dampener is reactor-mounted module that lets the reactor safety systems tolerate a single bad level. It will otherwise be a safe report. It's like a bad level that would never happen. Now the same rules apply as therefore, except if removing a single level from an unsafe report would make it safe, the report instead counts as safe. So moreover, example report is now safe. Removing any level, unsafe regardless of how many levels removed. Okay. You only remove 1 level. Is that what it said? A single level. Okay. So it's impossible. So okay, I think I know what we have to do here. This is safe by removing level 3. This is safe at removing level 4. Okay. 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 So I think I know how to do this. We're gonna find out right now. So room is safe. Oh, actually, CP is safe. What's it called? Dampen. Is that? Sure, you know what, whatever. Dampener. Dampener dot. Hi. Alright, perfect. So right. So now we have to dampen. So instead of immediately returning false, we'll have another for loop. For what is X in And then I'm trying to figure out how I should structure this. Actually, I'm gonna leave these. I'm trying to figure out how I wouldn't run into like an infinite loop if I do this thing. So I mean, well, what it could do, because I still need both of these functions. So I guess instead of calling undo function, just do for I'm gonna do. So no, I lost my idea. So problem dampener. It might be better for me to like. Oh, actually, I will go back to original state. And I think I will actually add in a new function. So what is my last return? Oh, just how many saves words. Okay. So that dampener. I think will be support, and then cool. And instead of that, I'm going to just dampener. For past through. What I could do is actually, if copy that. Okay. So I will do that. It's gonna be easier for me to do that. So then now I can go here. What's up? What's it called? W. Is the problem dampener. Problem dampener, and I'm going to do X. Which true if true. Return true. and then health. 4. I'm trying to figure out a way to crack. And then I can actually no, I think it would be 4 I in range. For I range len x minus 1. Try and do this one. Pizza, how you doing, Starborn? My stream chat's working so well. It's good to hear. So, 4. I want to I have no idea to code, but I want it's fair. I'm just gonna label this as temp. This is gonna be a temp array or temp report. And that's just going to equal x dot copy. That's what I want to do. And then what's it called? What do we call it? This is something from the advent of code. As they describe, I'm supposed to create a safety check, and right now I have to make sure it's decreasing. I have to make sure each number is decreasing less than 3 or increasing less than 3. The difference can't be more than 3. They can't be there cannot be duplicates either, and it cannot be what is it called? It can't go from increasing to decreasing. That's not allowed to happen. And now I have to figure out a way to what's it called? Remove a number to make the unsafe test safe again. Thank you. Trying real hard. So I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this. So I think I'm gonna literally just do temp report, and then it's the top, and I think I can just do I. I can just do I, and then I can send, and then I can just do this again. Y1, just use empty, and then I can just do this again, and then instead of I think that should work. And then temp or W. Report through, and if both fail, it should just return false. I think this should do as intended. If not, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, that should work. Let's see. Yes, and then dampener. Wait, did I actually get it first try? Did I actually get that first try? I don't believe it. Holy shit, I actually think I did. Holy shit, I think I did. I'm actually so happy with myself on the way. You hit my intermission because what is it called? This is account based, so it's better for me not to show my output. I think, even though it's gonna be different from yours, but still, regardless, I'll get puzzle input. Oh, this actually is different. Alright, I think now it should work. Let's see. I forgot to change my... yeah. 411. I'm not sure if that's correct, but we're gonna find out real quick. Submit. That's not the right answer. Your answer's too low if you're stuck. So that's not good. So it is, unfortunately for me, too many numbers are being reported as this is a missing peak. So unfortunately, kind of hard to tell unless I actually change my test cases. Which I might have to, because I'm trying to figure out where here we could have gone wrong. I guess actually, for this case, I will print cannot be not, and then pizza and Ray. That's actually really funny. Let's see, cannot be safe. All right, let's see. Well, yeah, that actually cannot be safe. That cannot be safe either. Right, so I guess we're just gonna go until I find an example where it's wrong. So far, everything's correct. No, that last one screws it over. Or wait a minute. Wait, what? Ew. Okay. Now I'm curious. So, oh my god, I'm so stupid. We did it. We are one step closer to finding a chief historian. Alright, let me explain my mistake. Before we continue, also, for the sake of it, I'm going to delete that. So, we actually do have to reach the end of the array that I have. Arch Linux, that's right. That's right. I even have my own fast fetch logo because that'll be cool. The Arch Linux gaming now. If I ever say that again, I want you to fucking shoot me. Anyway, anyway, let me like walk through it because it might be a bit complicated for people who don't know how, who've never programmed before, or maybe it's just very new to programming. Anyway, so the main function we have in Python is very basic. Potato OS Linux. Ironically, it might actually just be becoming Linux because I think Chrome OS is just gonna merge with Android, and Android is becoming, for whatever reason, an actual Linux operating system, not like a Unix-based operating system, like how Apple does it, which is interesting to say the least. So in Python, this is usually how you write your main functions in your usually how you write your main functions. Usually you can just do what is it called, def main, but in this case, if they merge, I'm telling you, Linux is much better. You can probably flash your computer with Linux. Anyway, very basic. Count equals 0 for x in reports. If problem dampener of x. This is a Boolean statement, so if it returns true with that report, it will add +1 to the count. And all we need is the total count. That's the point of the print statement. Unless you actually need to have something returned for the main function, then that's when you'd use main. But realistically, that's probably not what you're doing. So anyway, what it does, it goes through the problem dampener right here, and what it's supposed to do is return a Boolean statement. It's supposed to return a Boolean statement. I already know sorting algorithms. I've actually taken don't forget I'm in college. I've already taken a class on sorting algorithms. And wow, shit's literally insane. I feel like after taking that class, I feel like I can explain how most algorithms work. But this doesn't require sorting. And I know this is actually, technically speaking, a very slow algorithm. Oh, well, that's because you're learning C++. I don't think C++ is a bad language, but I think the issue just comes from, it's the same thing that Python has. It on surface level is deceptively simple, but the moment you go into it any further, it gets super complicated because not only are there like extra libraries you can import, there is just so many things you can do with just a standard library for both. It's actually like insane. If you want to learn a simple language and still want to die, I recommend learning C, because it is such a simple language that you kind of just have to do everything yourself. What years of college and constant ingesting of information does to a motherfucker, man. I love this shit. I live and breathe programming, dude. So, this I want to say is pretty. This is what I want to say is at least a pretty basic thing. And I should mention, I already have like a with. Oh, C++ was also my first language, but I had a bastardization of C++. It was a combination of both. It was a combination of C and C++. So we never went into what C++ actually changes from C. It was really weird, and I didn't like it that much. When I first started, I actually did kind of like it, but now as an adult, I'm like, okay, come on. So this with function, it's not a loop or anything like that. It literally just On a surface level, yes, the entire point of C++ was to be a superset of C. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. Unfortunately, it kept getting updates. And now we have C of, I think, what was it? C 2022, where they finally added print statements. I mean, printf statements. I'm being serious, by the way. So yeah. If you want to like learn like if you want to actually learn something useful, I do recommend just learning. Yeah, it's literally this is literally C. It's not a bad language by any means, and it does have better memory safety than C itself. But the unfortunate reality with C++ is that it's super bloated, and if you really have to know the language to use it effectively. And I think that's why most people don't use it, because for like Rust, for instance, Rust is just a hard language to use, but you don't need to be an expert in it to like practice memory safety. And even to an extent, even with C, there's a lot of like what is it called? Because like you get a lot of warnings. You have to turn on the flags, which is very stupid in my opinion. But you get a lot of flags telling you, hey, this might cause a memory issue, this or that, whatever. It's a good step in the right direction. Have to learn assembly to learn memory. You don't have to do that. You can just learn like C, Zig, or Rust, in my opinion. But I think, but Rust hides it behind something, so I think you'd be better off learning either C or Zig. I don't think those are the greatest languages on the planet, but like, I just don't. How you doing? Anyway, back to my coding explanation. All this is doing is just opening a file, creating the reports. These are all global variables, so it just makes it a little easier. So it creates the reports array, and then just adds them into a 2D array, or an array of arrays. So what that means is, I realize that it's delayed on my actual chat box. You can see the chat. So I'm just gonna say it now. So what that means is there's a lot of extra shit that you don't need built into the standard library. So this is just a major issue with both C and C++. You cannot import specific modules like you can in Python. Python's a very slow and interpreted language, so like you do need every possible optimization that you can get, even with the just-in-time compiler that I got. But despite that, if you're like importing a lot of libraries into both C and C++, it can actually slow down the program. So if you're importing like a module, you better use that module. C++, I think, is the worst offender because the standard library itself is terrible. Is actually terrible. And I don't know what the hell they were thinking. I don't know what the hell the creator of C++ was thinking when he did this. Why are dynamic arrays, or vectors in this case, not a part of the standard library? That's just such an insane thing to me. I know Java did the same thing with ArrayList, but like, come on. Come on. I can defend C++ for so many things, but like, unfortunately, the reality is C++ has a lot of downsides to it. It's so unfortunate, but it doesn't like deserve to be like wiped off the face of the planet. But like, considering the reason why we have Rust, yeah, it kind of needs to be replaced. Oh, by the way, I think Rust and C++ are like basically identical. Oh, that's fine. You'll get to that eventually. Oh, if you're learning with that textbook, I think you're using, is a beautiful textbook. I actually read through that and did most of the problems with that textbook. It is a beautiful textbook. I think it was written by the creator of C++ itself, so like I highly recommend it. So anyway, I'm actually going to Google that real quick just to make sure. See the primer. No, this isn't it. But this is definitely a more modern book. There's one where the creator of C++... Yeah. There's a book literally called the C++ Programming Language, and that is literally by the creator of C++, and it's an amazing textbook. And by the way, I should mention, all these textbooks can be found online for free. You don't need to buy them. I literally found the C++ programming language for free just by doing a simple Google search. Same thing with C++ Primer. So yeah, fun. Oh no, I do want to go back and learn. I'm not going to go actually learn C, because I feel like there's a lot of other languages that do C better. I'm not going to crown like Rust or Zig as replacements, but it's just like, whatever. I was like reading that one, but it looked out of date. I don't know if that's the case or not. Oh, well, we have to understand this. C++ and C are not like... both C++ and C, doesn't matter what version you're using, usually you can just write it in any version style and it should work. There are some cases where, like, I don't want to say it's out of date, but they changed the way some things work. But if you're enjoying C++ Primer right now, then by all means keep doing that. Yeah, welcome to ABR. Actually shows off he's not. He can stop playing a dumb man for once in his life. He can stop pretending. So let me go back to my explanation of these functions. So column dampener, all it's doing is returning a Boolean function, a Boolean value. So it checks if it's decreasing or increasing, and if either or is true, then it just returns true, and then as you see here, it gets added on to the count. If it's false, we go through the array itself and remove that index of the array. So what it does, it creates a copy, .copy, temp_report.pop, whatever the index is, and then it runs through the same thing again, through an additional loop, and returns. This is unfortunately a pretty slow algorithm, and there might be a faster way to do it. I think you can probably figure out a way to do like probably through like some asynchronous functions or like caching maybe. No, actually no, not caching, because the result isn't the same every time, but regardless, you might be able to get away with like doing these at the same time. Because if you don't know what Python does, it reads the if statement and it goes, all right, goes to this function, goes to decreasing, and then if that returns false, then it checks this one, goes to increasing. Welcome back. We actually solved the problem. I'm just going through. I'm just doing a code explanation how it works. And this is identical because I didn't have to change any of these from part 1, but I will go through them regardless. So all it's doing is checking if the report itself is increasing. You try 2 variables. Technically speaking, yes, this is Well, not 2 variables, but it's definitely possible. And what do we mean by that? It's because, like, again, as I mentioned with like asynchronous functions, because you can have this as these two as asynchronous functions and these two will just work alongside each other. Not sure if that will work. I would like to imagine a program was like writing extremely precise instructions for a clumsy toddler with 0 common sense. Yeah, that's actually basically it. That is basically it. And oh, very important, this has to be the range of the array itself because it needs to get to the last index. As you see here, it doesn't have to get to the last index to, what is it called? Because all it needs to do Alright, have a good one. Because all it needs to do is check if, what is it called? The one before the final index is correct. And if you want to see how these reports look, it is, let me go back to, return to go here. And all it's doing is just going through this test input right now. And it's just checking to see whether or not the report is safe. So, if we go through here, I have to do typecasting because unfortunately it registers each value as a string because it's read from a file directly. So if the absolute value of report of I is minus the report of I plus 1 is less than or equal to 3, that means it's allowed. And int is less than that, we're allowed to continue. I think there's a way to like do like a very basic optimization and just remove the absolute value and check if it's I think with this one, if it's decreasing, just check if it's less than 3, because you can't have a negative, and that it automatically assumes that what is it called? It automatically assumes that it's what's it called, decreasing, but it doesn't really matter. I'm leaving this check in because what is it called? Excuse me. I'll leave this just checking so it doesn't have identical values. This one has to be less than the next value. And like both, if true, it will just continue until it breaks out the for loop and return true. Again, let's apply for both. And if true, add +1 to the count. And there we go. That's how I got to the final. Very fun. Very easy, I know. Oh. But I think I'm gonna end it here, fellas. Thank you all for watching. I think I might do this either tomorrow or Sunday. We'll see. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I will be catching you all in the next one. Big ol' adios. Nerds. I'm not gaming right now. Have a good one.